Hello, today I'll be doing a showcase of my Acolyte of Chayula Monk. I'll also be going over kind of my journey and how to start out and where I'm at and where I'm planning to be going. There's not really, it's a small guide, not really guide, it's more of just like showcase of my build because it's kind of specialized around this unique that I have, and that's kind of the showcase is this unique and how I built around it. Um, yeah, so starting out in the very beginning, I took Falling Thunder first. Glacial Cascade's good for it's a range ability, but I just when I used it, it didn't feel like it was doing much damage in the beginning. I wasn't sure what I was doing either. Like I was experimenting with a lot of stuff and it just didn't feel good. Um, Frozen Locust feels horrible. Um, and then you want to take Killing Palm, which executes. You can execute enemy when they have the blue orb on their heads when they're low, and then you can use those charges to empower your Falling Thunder, and then you have Glacial Cascade for range. Once you reach level 3, you want to take Staggering Palm and Tempest Bell. The Bell will be really good. Staggering Palm is also really good. So Bell basically, after 4 attacks, you put down a bell, and every single time you hit the bell, it radiates damage. And what is really good with this is once you get Staggering Palm, and if you get attack speed on because Staggering Palm basically and when enemies can be stunned, they'll have the white mark instead of the blue mark. The blue mark's for Killing Palm to kill, right, to execute. You'll get the mark, and then you'll start shooting out projectiles. And if you increase the projectiles, you can basically like trigger Tempest Spell really quickly. And later on, when you get Charge Staff, there's more projectiles, and you'll combining with this was my combo for the longest time: Staggering Palm, Charge Staff, and Tempest Spell, and you have like a million sometimes you don't even need Tempest Bell. You have a million projectiles like a lawnmower, and then you hit Tempest Bell like a million times and it can just shred bosses, shred enemies. It's like a get out of jail free card. Anyways, Vaulting Impact doesn't feel really good. I don't like it. When you get level 5, take Tempest Flurry or Ice Strike. Ice Strike I've heard only works better. Ice, like, it's kind of like there's two builds, either ice or lightning. I've seen people do combine both as well, and that's what I've been trying to do, but I have not fully experimented yet. I've been going on mostly all lightning. Tempest Flare is good on low level, and basically just replaces your auto attack and gives you a lightning auto attack, and it's really quickly. And when you give it attack speed combined with Staggering Palm, which will shoot out projectiles, with a bell, really strong. Um, and then next until you get to next level skill gem, take Storm Wave. This will replace your Glacial Cascade if you're still using it for like a ranged option, a good range option to clear mobs if you're struggling. I haven't really struggled. I didn't actually use Storm Wave at all that much. I was just hitting enemies, getting them low, getting a charge, well, mainly just hitting enemies, staggering them, using Tempest Flurry to hit the bell. And once I got to this level of skill gems, I took Charge Staff. Haven't tried these two. I tried one of these, this combo one. I don't really like it. I haven't experimented much with this. Um, this one's really OP. Charge Staff, you get more projectiles combined, as I said earlier, combined with Staggering Palm. You have a ton of projectiles with a quick attack speed on Tempest Flurry, and then you hit the Tempest Spell. And in order to gain charges, you can use Siphoning Strike, which basically this shocks enemies, like especially on bosses. Since this needs to execute, Killing Palm needs to execute to get charges. You can use Tempest Flare to give some bosses shock. Use this to consume the shock to gain a power charge, and then you can use power charges to cast Charge Staff, and then to hit the Tempest Spell. And that's it for now. These later on, Shattering Palm I've heard is good. These other ones are kind of niche for other builds, but that's my build or what's oriented around. Um, and that's what I did. For a long time, I had to manually gain my own charges, but then around level 44, as you can see, this item level 44, I dropped this unique, and basically it does a 20% chance to gain a power charge on hit. But when you're at max, it shocks you and you lose all power charges. And so it was like kind of like infinite power charges, but no power charges because I kept getting shocked because like you would attack enemies, you would gain shocked, and then I'd activate my ability and it would like infinite projectiles and super fast attack speed, but then it would gain charges way too many quickly, and then I would get shocked. But then I figured out a build to, or like a workaround to it, and I built around this um, effect. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna quickly explain. So previously I had, instead of shattering palm here, let me quickly, I didn't have a lot of these. So for skill gems, um, for the longest time, the core, right, Tempest Flurry Charged staff, as I said, and then shattering palm for the projectiles. Instead of not shattering palm, staggering palm. And so I'll show that really quick. Um, and so so you have charge staff, which gives you projectiles. This one, so the big thing with the combo of the here, because this is generating too many power charges. First of all, you in the skill tree you want to gain more increased max power charges, but then here in charge staff you want the skill gem potential, which consumes power charges. So basically, it's like I get power charges, I activate this ability, and then once I have this ability activated, then I no longer have to worry about this ability will continually consuming power charges until I run out of this duration. Then I can gain some more, and then I can activate this ability. So basically, when this ability is activated, it will keep consuming the power charges, so I don't have to worry about hitting the max. So this is really good. Arcane Tempo, cast speed. This is just kind of this. I feel like this skill takes a little bit long to cast when I want to quickly buff and cast the skill, so that's why I have it. I don't know. Um, my supports might not be good, FYI. This one's pretty good. I don't know if it's better on other one, but crit's always good. And then on my Tempest Flurry, I have attack speed. This one always you want to have attack speed. Um, Attacks gain more lightning damage and elemental damage. It's higher level, but yeah, always have you want attack speed. Tempest Bell, I saw this thing with Rage, kind of cool. I was using AoE earlier. There's a one that gives AoE, and I think it's pretty good on the Bell because it gives the Bell AoE, and you can do that if you want. I don't remember where it is. I would have to find it. I think it's here. Yeah, this one, supporter skills have 40% more area effect. I would put that on Bell if you're in the beginning, along with, there's one that gives plus charges. Actually, I forgot. Um, this one. Supporter skills have +1 to limit, and you want to put this on the Bell, and basically you can hit it. It has less duration, but then you can hit it more times, and just because you have so many projectiles, you'll quickly proc it, so you want more to limit. So that's what I would recommend for Bell in the beginning, and then later on you can try. This is what I've been trying. And this one, more chance of shock. I don't know if this is necessarily good, but that's what I've just been trying stuff. So right now my support's not good, but what I just said, the AoE one and the increase to limit is really good for Bell. Staggering Palm, this is pretty much I've been using the same thing for the whole entire time. Additional projectiles is really good because you can proc Bell more and you just send more. It's super satisfying. Projectile speed, even more, proc it more, super satisfying, and stun build up, which is which is pretty helpful in my opinion, or a little bit helpful. Storm Wave, this is what I have right now. It's kind of experimental. It's not really good. I could probably slap something on Herald Thunder. Herald Thunder is really good. And in the beginning, I would take Ghost Dance first for survivability once you have, and then take Herald of Thunder. And this is what I have on Herald of Thunder. I could probably replace it with something on the Storm Wave, like this Shocking Hits. I don't know yet. I don't really know. Falling Thunder falls off. I've been keeping it and using it once in a while, and these are my support gems, but not really useful because your main core combo is that. And so I'll just quickly show off. This was my old staff that I was using to clear the rest of the rest of the campaign. This is the one I just got. It's kind of OP. I haven't used it much yet, and a lot of the gear I just got new. This obviously this chest piece I have not changed, but the other pieces of gear I have. So I'm just going to use a lower attack to show off, so enemies don't die that quickly. But basically the core of the build has been Staggering Palm, Charged Staff, Tempest Flurry, and the Bell. Falling Thunder is kind of useless. Storm Wave's just kind of used to like stall, send. You can actually there's a good support gem for that one for distance to get more damage. I've just been experimenting, um, but yeah. So actually, let me just quickly show then. Okay, I forgot to go over my skill tree, but I'll go over it and show you my progress on that as well. But let me quickly just so here the idea was once I had this chest piece would be to hit the enemies. You can see I gain power charges, and then I would activate my staff. They're kind of dying too quickly because I have too much damage, but you see that mark like that. And look, I have the wind. You can see the wind one and also the lightning one. And this is just crazy. If you put down Bell, you proc it many times. Okay, hold on. The thing is, I have a lot of damage right now, so it's kind of hard to showcase because I'm higher level. But here, let me see again. A charge, but like, and then activate, put down. Hold on. See, you can just see just absolute lawnmower. And if it's kind of hard to maintain when I'm a higher level because I mean like without killing them. You see, you can just spam proc the bell, and the bell just disappears really quickly. And you can put down the bell again, activate. Oh, nice loot. Activate again, and this generally once you have charge staff, you will not always be triggering staggering problem, but if you can, it's just like quicker, and then you just put down the bell again, you hit the bell, and you just keep doing kind of just the same thing. Whoops. But that's pretty much the build. It's you gain on hit, and you would gain charges, and that's how I've been sustaining charges, and that's kind of what it was. We can look at the ascendancies real quick and pass the skill tree. Chaos resistance. This one's the mana leech. In the beginning, mana leech might be a little bit helpful if you're struggling with mana. I wouldn't take this last one. I don't think it's super good. As for the second one, I've been experimenting with chaos damage. I've been experimenting with this. Chaos resistance obviously is always just good. If you need mana leech, you can take mana leech. But it's not like it's not a ton in my opinion, unless you're building around some mana leech. Chaos damage is nice, or you can do with this. This is really nice as it gives you these fires, and the red gives health regen, purple gives a little bit of chaos damage, and blue gives mana regen, and it's just like when you walk around you gain a little bit passive. So in the future I do want to experiment with chaos damage build, and I'll see if I do that, and also doing mana leech and just doing more of the Acolyte Chayula stuff, but right now I'm kind of dipping more into the elemental with just these passives, which is obviously is pretty good. This is really solid chaos resistance doubled, and it's just kind of passive. It doesn't really do much for the build specifically, but it's just kind of like nice side stuff. In terms of passive skill tree, I built kind of into a generic. I looked up some stuff. I'll show you what I did before, but now it's kind of built into a generic crit monk build. Previously, when I started out, I took this side for the evasion because you want survivability because you're pretty squishy in the beginning. Take either mana regenerate or more evasion and energy shield. You want to take this node, you want to go back around, take this node and these, but you basically want to take this instead of these beginning ones because these beginning ones are not as they're more offensive, and these are defensive. You want to take these. These are not really good. You basically just want to circle up to here, go down here. You're not really shocking in the beginning, so I wouldn't take that until you're more light. If you do more lightning, crit, I was not taking that either. I was just going up here, and I was actually branching over here. I took this lightning stuff because I was doing some lightning, but I was branching out here, getting this energy shield, this node, and I was also getting lightning here. I was really into lightning, this side. And then I had this whole entire triangle. I think I might go back to it. Obviously, mana regen is really good. Oh, here, max power charge. I did change to go back to this because I do need the max power charge. Again, there's another 2 max power charges once because of this piece. And which is really helpful for not accidentally shocking yourself, um, which I forgot to show actually, but I don't know if it's possible. So I have one, two. I can't show really the attack speed thing, but like, because previously I mean, have the orb equipped, I could just take it off, but see, now I'm shocked because I hit max orb, which max charges. Whoops. Yeah, so this is what I've been taking this is where I'm at right now. As I said earlier, I branched out to this side. I would build later on, trying to crit, get more evasion, energy shield. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm experimenting, and this is like, I've looked around, looks good, and oh yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then obviously, as you get into the later game, as you can see, I finished the campaign, and um, doing and more endgame stuff. My build is starting to fall off, and that's where I'm starting to make my changes again. And so, as you see, I've replaced um, staggering palm. Staggering palm it's kind of hard to trigger now, and it's just not very useful. And I am using shattering palm, which just gives them frozen explosion, which is pretty helpful in like just clearing and just kind of giving a little bit of survivability. There's also another skill here. This one also gives you, and it's a good movement. All these different these hand punches things do a little dash, and you can use it for mobility. And this one you can add socketed spells. I don't know if it's good, but basically you can debuff your enemies using this, which may be good. Or you can use Shattering Palm. Either one of these are probably better than Shattering Palm was as they're falling off. And then I have yet to experiment with the other stuff, but so talking about where I plan to go forward, I'm looking to experiment with stuff. Probably with more dipping into the cold stuff, as either I've seen a few different things. One is a mix between lightning and cold, and this basically is the same build. So it's actually using Stormwave, Tempest Flurry, and Charge Staff, but then also with cold damage, so it freezes. And so how, if you don't have this unique, people are getting charges is either from this um, there's this profane ritual. This is one way you can look into this to gain charges. Also, people are taking an aura, a spirit aura, that if I can quickly find it, combat frenzy. And basically, when you freeze, right? So people are doing freeze build to gain frenzy charges, and then use this node for power charges, turn it into power charges, which then are what Monk uses. So where I'm looking into that is, I think this chess piece is falling off a little bit. It's still like, in terms of just, I want more evasion and energy shield, and I want more resistances. As you can see, my resistances are pretty decently spread out. Chaos resistance is really helped if you have this node. It's your chaos resistance double. Essentially, you'll only need like 40 to max out, because it also increases your cap to 85, but you only need around like 42, right? And then you double that. It's all around 85 chaos. And so I want more survivability right now. So I think I might want to switch. I'm looking for moving forward. I'm trying to switch off of this, um, and I might dip into the ice stuff, and that's where that frenzy charges thing comes in. Also earlier I talked about that skill to gain power charges. Yeah, and then there was another build that's just full, very popular build, the full ice build, that I might try. And then there's one last build, actually two last builds. One I'm not really planning to do right now is the chaos one, maybe in the future. But the other one is, there is one build centered around completely using charges with Falling Thunder and Flicker Strike, which is kind of actually interesting, but I don't think I'm experimenting with that. right now I'm just moving forward. I'm looking to dip into more ice stuff and maybe switch off some of this gear. One last thing, I forgot to slowly show off my build, and I was kind of chaotic in the recording, but I'll slowly show you my build. And then for the skills, remember what I said earlier about the bell? You could use the AoE plus the one additional limit one instead of these. Storm Wave, disregard these ones, please. These ones are purely experimental, and if you want to use this for clearing and damage, you should not use these these support gems. Falling Thunder, these ones are pretty good. Also feel free to reallocate some, like if you want pen on something else, or crits on something else. This is just experimenting. You could switch them around and it could give you more damage. That's what I have on Herald. Ghost Dance, you won't be able to do this until you're in the endgame with more, but in basically anything, you could even put this on Wind Dancer, anything with this regen passive is good. This, and then for my gear, this was my old staff that I got at level 53, which is still pretty late game. This is the one I'm using now. I am level 74, but this is a relatively more updated one, and this is really good. This one, my helmet's level 65. These stats, chest plates, as I said earlier, level 44, level 58, level 22. Rings don't matter as much because they're just giving you the attributes and stats. This one's level 67. My gloves recently updated, level 66. Belt, it's pretty horrendous. Only thing good is lightning resist pretty much from here as of now. And then this one giving me more resist. Also item level 44. So I will trying to switch these gear out. My staff right now, I just did a really good roll. I just got the staff a little bit ago, as I said earlier. But the rest of my gear, I may be trying to switch out if I can find a good replacement. And that's where I'm at right now. Yep. Thank you.